Today we're teaching you how to build rapport with anyone in 5 easy steps. It's really simple. It's what we use every single day when we're selling clients and how we teach our clients to sell to their clientele.
Let's dive in.
Let's go! So if you didn't know it, according to Trust Factor, 79% of buyers prefer to buy from somebody that's what they call a trusted advisor. I think everyone knows this, but if you don't know this, or you're not good at it, or you don't buy into rapport, you may be missing out on nearly 80% of your sales. People like to work with people they like and trust. It's pretty simple. And the greater the trust, the more likely they are to be open-minded to the information that they need to get in order to make a sale with you. The 2 keys to any sale is trust and a need. And without trust, they don't care that they have a need if they don't like you. Okay, level of connection number 1, okay, is this thing called location. The concept goes like this. If you're in China and you know nobody and you don't even speak the language, but you see somebody with a college hoodie from your alma mater here in Knoxville, University of Tennessee, go Vols, right? Vols. And you got a big orange, hoodie on, and you see that person and you went to school there, you say, hey, I'm a University of Tennessee Vols fan. And what are you going to connect on in this scenario?
The Vols.
Haitian, the Vols. You were there. You've been there. Your favorite team, whatever. If that conversation goes a little deeper, you go into what we call observation.
Yeah.
Observation is knowing about the same things. You're observing the same ecosystem. So, for example, it's football, college football. You're a Tennessee Vols fan, and you knew who Hendon Hooker was, right? Because of that, you're already going to have some trust built because you're interested in the same things. That's what observation is. The third level, which is what you want to get to on a phone call, in any discovery session, a follow-up to close meeting, whatever you're doing for whatever process, it doesn't matter. You want to get to destination. Why are you here in China? Right. And let's say you're both there for this particular case, and you're teaching, or you're on a mission trip, whatever, and you're there for the same reasons. Y'all are getting lunch or dinner, and you're probably going to spend a lot of time together and build a deeper connection. So you got to hit those 3. The 4th and 5th ones are built up over long periods of time, so where you have reorder customers, retained customers, and that's through number 4, perspiration. Just like what it sounds like. If you go on a really long jog with someone and you perspire, but the jog was difficult, you now have this connection that's deeper than people who didn't go on the jog together, right? So when you've worked with a company for a long time, you build that long-term trust through perspiration. And finally, conversation is where simply you can have a real conversation. There's no wall up between you. You can just have honest conversations about, hey, I don't like this part of the service. I'm frustrated with this, or this is the best thing ever. And you're referring people back and forth. But that's where you end up getting with really good clients if you're building rapport. And you can go through that with anybody. Woody, tell us about how to actually do that in real life. Give us an example of you doing this recently.
Yeah, you said that about location, and it actually reminds me of a trip I just took to Florida, and I went to Tampa. I'm sitting down in Ybor City with my brother, and this guy walks by with a Vols hat on, and I'm like, those are my people. And I was just like, go Bulls. And he looked back, he's like, are you from Knoxville? I was like, yeah, I am. And so I guess this isn't necessarily a business example, but just super recently, and we had a great conversation. And he's from Knoxville, moved to Tampa, and we just connected. Didn't matter that we didn't know each other at all. And that location just tied us so closely. So
yeah, it's really that simple, right? I think when people try to build rapport, what they're trying to do is get people to like them more than they need to. Really, you just need to connect in these first 3 areas the first time you talk to them. Where are you from? Tell me about you a little bit. What's your story, right? So you can observe something and figure out a common interest. And then why do you do what you do? And if you have those 3 things, or why are you here today? What brought you in, right? You can build that sort of rapport that leads you to a really good sale. Even if you're not in sales, you can use those 3 things and you'll have just deeper, richer connections.
I think people talk about rapport and it's like this overarching thing, and then it becomes fake. And that's so important. As you build rapport, it has to be a genuine build. You can't just create it and make people feel good, because you're probably not going to make them feel good if it's artificial. And so I guess these 5 levels of connection, they're all real. You can't make any of them up. If you actually walk through them properly and use them, just naturally, it feels better for you. You're building real rapport. You have actual conversations to talk to someone about, and it just actually works.
Makes your job easier too. Makes it more fun.
Oh yeah.
You build a real relationship with people. They come to you. When I consult a lot of clients, I'm like, are your clients telling you the gossip? That's how you know if they're sort of on that conversation or perspiration level. Are they really telling you what's going on, And, all of these 5 concepts, maybe you've never heard of before, and hopefully you'll apply and write them down. Obviously, it goes without saying that you need to smile and have energy with people. Probably shake their hand, right? And just be a normal human being and just be genuinely interested. I was selling door to door, really anything that I've sold, fitness or consulting, it always comes down to just having a genuine interest in helping the other person and not caring at all if they buy from you.
Right.
You don't want to have sales breath when you're building rapport. Okay, I'm going to get through this checkbox so I can sell you.
Yeah.
You want to avoid that, right? So just be genuinely interested in the rapport process. The destination questions of like, hey, like, what do you want to do? What are your goals? They're going to tell you why they're going to want to buy with you. And it's the most non-salesy way to sell imaginable when you do it in this way.
So if this video brought value to you today, which hopefully it did, man, Joe's always just dropping truth bombs on us. Please like, subscribe, and comment below how it impacted you personally.
If you want to hear more from Woody about team building and culture and some of his podcast interviews, go to youtube.com/@WoodyKnowledgeGap to learn more about what he's doing over there.
Yeah.
Go Balls, baby.